to another Farm Fact Friday. Hopefully the strong winds that came last night and this morning did not blow you away, and hopefully everyone is safe and well here in Northwest Ohio. When we have weather like this, it just kind of brings things back into perspective. And today I'm going to focus a little bit about the importance of protecting your farm properly. Talk about a few different examples to think about. Hopefully with whatever insurance professional you work with, hopefully these things were gone through at the initial onset of your policy, as well as at times of renewal, because things change from month to month, year to year, and it's important to make sure when things like that do change, everything else goes along with that. So we're going to talk about 3 examples just because farms look different, and when I give an example about one thing, it may not apply. So hopefully with these examples, you will be able to relate to at least one of them. So when we're talking about protecting your farm, there are certain things that are out of our control. Weather being one of them. So if you rewind to a couple years ago when our spring was very, very wet, we weren't able to get crops into the ground to grow, and then so we didn't have anything at harvest time to take to the elevators and sell. So that brings along the question of crop insurance. Is that something that you should have in the event that weather does not cooperate and you're not able to get anything at harvest time? So one thing to consider, some people don't believe in crop insurance. Other people make sure they have it every year just because there's risk there, and it's a risk that we have no control over. The second example we could talk about are if you have livestock. So say in the event of the strong winds yesterday, last night into the morning, say that an electric pole snapped off, fell on a building, started a fire. In that fire, some of your animals were killed. The income that you get from your animals is probably important to make sure bills are paid, or to make sure that you're able to sustain the lifestyle that you have. So very important to look at, if you have livestock, let's look at mortality and how you cover things if something happens to your animals and wipes out that piece of income. So definitely a conversation to have for any livestock farmers. And then finally, what happens if, say, a wind storm blows down a building? Are you able to rebuild that building with the coverage you have? Or if you don't have coverage, do you have enough savings to make sure that building can be replaced for how much it costs today to do that? So, lots of conversation. We surely can't predict the future, but we want to make sure that if things do happen at a time that we're very vulnerable, that things are in place to make sure we can get back up and operating as quickly and efficiently as possible without having a lot of extra burdens placed on us. So if you haven't had these conversations with your insurance professional, it's very important that you do this on a yearly basis as things change. Some farms may put up new barns. Some farms may go from just doing crops to now they have some animals. So lots of things change in a short amount of time, and very important to have those reviews to make sure that your operation is properly protected. So with that, have a great rest of your Friday, a wonderful weekend, and we will check you back next week for another Farm Fact Friday. Take care.